Hello, Jamie. Do you have a hangover? Why, yes, I do, Jamie. Oh, okay. Good morning from Katie's, Los Angeles. Good morning, good morning. I'm hungover and I feel like shiznit. And that's just the truth. I could feel literally the lime juice from my drinks last night burning my throat out at 4:30 in the morning, and part of me felt like I was going to vomit. That is your weather report for today. I am struggling this morning, and I look like shit. So there's that. But I am very happy to be with you all today. I need to get some water. So I think I will do that. Katie went to work out, and I would actually puke my guts out if I tried to work out this morning. Okay, so there's that. I brought it on myself, Megan. Don't feel sorry for me. Honestly. Anyway, last day in Los Angeles. Going to Disney this morning to meet with them about the movie that I sold them. Very excited. Can't you tell? Just struggling this morning. Gonna take a shower, and then my hair will go into a ponytail until I can get to a blowout place because I look like I got beat with the ugly stick. Please do not tell me to drink any more alcohol because the answer will be no. Okay. Anyway, I just, we need to have a real conversation about the pressure of, sticking with something. It's getting ridiculous now. Honestly, it's just getting ridiculous. If you, granted, I do think there's something to giving something a little time to see, but now I'm like, look, if you take a job and 2 months into the job, you know the job is not for you, why would you stay? Why would you stick it out? If you know it isn't for you, move on. If you start dating somebody and you know it isn't for you, and people go, you've only been dating him 6 weeks. Why would you not give it a chance? Because in 6 weeks, I knew he wasn't for me. It's really that simple. We feel so obligated to see things through and give them a chance and whatever, that we stay in things unhappy. It gives us anxiety. It makes us depressed. It makes us sad, right? Don't be afraid of the pivot, okay? Your life is your own movie. If you want to make a change, you yell plot twist and you change. I have been guilty of saying to people, you can't know if you don't like it. You've only been doing it for 2 months. You know what? Yes, you can. I was wrong. You can absolutely know that you don't want to be doing something after 2 months. Absolutely. If you, let's say you sell cars, right? Let's say you want to try that. So you go sell cars, and 6 months into it, you go, you know what? I don't really like selling cars. Guess what? Stop selling cars. It's that simple. Just stop selling cars. You're not obligated to sell cars for a certain amount of time before you're allowed to say, this isn't for me. Stop letting people in your life and in your circle decide what's good for you and how long you need to do something before they decide you've done it long enough. Bullshit. Not your mom, not your kid, not your spouse, not anyone. If they don't like the fact that you're like, hey, selling cars isn't for me, I'm good. I'm going to move on now. And they go, oh, but it's only been 6 months. You go, okay, well, I did it for 6 months. You haven't done it at all. You go sell cars. Hopefully it works out for you. I hope you sell cars till your asshole falls out. But I'm done selling cars. I did it long enough. Not for me. It doesn't have to be so like we don't have to run ourselves into the ground trying things and dating people and whatever. If you start a diet on Monday and Tuesday it isn't for you, stop. If you start an exercise program on Monday and Tuesday it isn't for you, stop. If you start selling cars on Monday and Friday it isn't for you, stop. You start dating somebody on Monday and Wednesday they're not for you, stop. Because you have to do things that serve your soul, that move you to a place where you can be happy. Life is, you're not going to be happy every day all the time. That's not life. Okay? But you should be happy most of the time. And if the life you're living does not bring you close to happiness most of the time, stop and change the way you're living. And it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't, your decisions should not be influenced by what anybody else thinks you should do, or how long you should do it, or how long you've been in it at it, or whatever. Listen, my mother got married when she was young, before my father. They were married less than a year and they knew it wasn't going to work. What do you think everybody said? Stick it out, blah, 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 blah. No. They were like, nope. Divorced less than a year. She ended up meeting my dad and having me. So you see, perfection. Had she listened to everybody else, she would have been stuck in a miserable marriage with someone she didn't love, and I wouldn't be here. So, good job, Susan. Excellent job. And people always want to tell you what's great opportunity. Great for who? Girl, you have to do that. It's such a great opportunity. Great for who? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If Ellen DeGeneres gave me her, one of those like 10 amazing things or whatever she does, and it was like to climb Mount Everest for free, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, but it's a great opportunity. It's free. I don't give a shit. I'm not climbing Mount Everest. I don't want to do that. Okay? So, like, the notion that you have to, like, be a martyr for things that you know do not work for you, no. And I am guilty of saying that to people, and now I could just kick myself. I think about all the people I'm like, you need to stick it out. No, you do not. You know what I love about Charlie, my youngest child? Charlie knows immediately when something is not for her. And I try to break her spirit when she's like, oh, I know you just paid for this class, but this is not for me. And I'm like, oh, you're going to do this because I paid for it. You know what? No. Charlie knows it's not for her. Charlie's a very specific personality. When something doesn't serve Charlie, she's like, this does not work for me. This is not working for me. Olivia is a martyr. She will suffer through anything because Olivia carries the burden of the world. I have to suffer because I don't want to make waves. I'm trying to help Olivia see that she doesn't have to suffer to make other people happy. Charlie could give a shit. Okay? Charlie doesn't care how much you came out of pocket. Charlie doesn't care how far you drove her for a class. Charlie does not care about anything. Okay? Charlie will tell you real quick. Charlie literally will be like, I want to have a play date with so-and-so. And I will arrange the play date, get it on the calendar. She'll be so excited about the play date, this play date. I will drive her all the way 20 minutes to so-and-so's house. And Charlie will call me before I even get home to go, nope, this play date is not working. Come get me. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You're going to stay there? She's like, no, I'm not. I will walk home. Come get me. Okay, let me turn this car around. Olivia would suffer through a miserable play date. She would never want to hurt anyone's feelings. Not Charlie. Charlie's always had a really weird sixth sense. We know Charlie's a little. But really, we should all be a little bit more like Charlie. Honestly. There's a lot of Olivias in this world. Just let me stay at this job for 10 years because that's what people think I should do. No. You don't have to be a martyr. Literally, I don't care if you accept the job and you're so excited and you talk about it and you post about it on social media and you go on and on about the job and you wanted the job and you prayed for the job. And I don't care if you gotten the job and 4 hours in, you decide this could never be for you, leave. You'll get another job. You'll be fine. And it doesn't, I know there's a lot of Olivias. I know. Look at everybody going, oh God, I'm an Olivia. I know. Guys, most people are like Olivia. Most. Think about it. There are people who order food at a restaurant and they don't get what they want. They don't like it. They can't eat it. And they will still pay for it. They will pay for it and they won't say a word. Olivia will sit with the food in front of her. She will not like it. She'll push it around. I'm like, baby, I can send it back. She's like, no, it's fine. Charlie will be like, no, this is not what I ordered. No, I can't eat this. No. And I think that like some of us are born that way, right? And some of it is like learned behavior. It's conditioning. And some of us are born Charlies and people break our spirits and we become Olivias. Some of us are born Olivias and we bust out of that and we become Charlies. Some of us really don't know where we fit. We're probably a little bit more like Max. Just whatever. It's fine. Max is eating everybody else's food off their plate, to be honest. He doesn't care. I just need everybody to be set free. We all carry the guilty burden of staying in a situation because we feel shameful. I made a big deal about this job. Everybody was praying for me. Everybody was rooting for me, but I'm so unhappy here. But I'll stay here as like a martyr because I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to let people down. Bullshit. You would rather be unhappy in your life, truly unhappy, because you don't want to let other people down? No, come on. No. You're letting yourself down. You're disappointing yourself. You're telling your inner voice, you don't matter. You don't matter. Eat the food you can't stand. Work at the job that isn't for you. Show up to the events you don't want to be at where people make you feel less than because you don't want to let anyone down. You don't want to disappoint anyone. No. I just don't want to be, I know that I've encouraged people to stay in situations they don't want to be in because I thought, like everybody else, if you give it time, it may get better. No, it won't get better. If it's not for you, it will not get better. What are you? I am more like Charlie. In fact, as I get older, I have a lot less patience. A lot of times friends will ask me to show up at things for them and I will not want to, but I will show up and I will say, okay, this isn't for me. I love you, Danielle. I love you, whoever it is. I gotta go. This isn't for me. And I leave. Used to be that I would stay because I didn't want to disappoint, because they do so much for me and blah, blah, blah. But no, I can't anymore. It's like it doesn't sit well with my spirit. I know that sounds like so foo-foo, but it literally does not sit well with my spirit. When I put myself in situations that I don't want to be in, it doesn't sit well with my spirit. And I have to listen to my spirit, because when I don't, she becomes a raging bitch. And then I start treating people poorly. And I catch myself. I do. I'm like, oh, I I don't like who I am right now. I don't like the way I'm speaking to people. Why am I being like this? Because I don't really want to be in this situation. No, I can't do it anymore. So, I know it's hard. I know, because I know a lot of you are going, okay, well, now what? It's all about just letting people know in your life, like, I really have to do what's right for my spirit. This job doesn't work for me. I know it's going to disappoint you because you helped me get the job or because you prayed about the job or whatever, but I know you really want me to be happy, and this is not serving me. It's just not serving me. And anybody who hears that it's not serving you and hears it doesn't sit well with your spirit and still thinks you should stick it out, they don't give a shit about you. They're not worried about you. So yes, Amy, you were created to be outstanding. This is what we always have to get back to with Coffee Talk, is we really were created to be outstanding. That is the expectation of our Creator. He gave us all of the tools we need to live the life that was designed for us to be happy. And I know that we can do it. It's just all of this other shit that becomes convoluted, the guilt and the shame and the shoulda, coulda, woulda, and where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do and who expects what from me, right? And, I like really, really, really understand, like, there's a lot of expectation. There were times that Michael and I went through such a hard time in our marriage, and there were times that I really wanted to leave, and I felt so much pressure from Coffee Talk. Like, what will happen to them if I don't stay with Michael? How many of them will be so disappointed? And even Michael was like, you can't stay with me for Coffee Talk. Like, if you don't love me, if this isn't going to work, you got to go. Because happy wife is happy life, and happy mom is better for my children. And like, if you're not happy, you need to go. And I was like, I know, but we made it every week and they love us and everybody's praying for us and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, babe, those people don't have to live this life. You do. Now, obviously, Michael and I are fine, but like, there were times where we weren't. And I felt so much pressure from the honest discourse that we have had over the years to like, make it work, stick it out. And like, the truth is, if it doesn't serve my spirit and if it isn't right for me, then I'm not walking as close to God as I should be walking. I'm not. As soon as I start making decisions that are for other people and not for me, then I'm walking away from the life that God designed for me. That is real. It's so funny. Like, we all say, like, we have faith. I love God. God loves me. And then we have our intuition, which is essentially a internal like safety alarm. And we start ignoring it. We start ignoring it because we want to make other people happy and we don't want people to judge us and all of these things. And God goes, what are you doing? This isn't your journey. This isn't who I created you to be. Why are you walking away from me and the truth I put in yourself to walk over there? Those people, they didn't design the life for you. That journey isn't for you. You know it isn't for you because it doesn't sit well with your spirit. But when you're walking over here, it feels right and it feels good. But you're afraid and you feel shame and you feel like people are going to judge you. So you slowly drift over here. And now you're so far, what is happening? Oh God, where are these people coming from? Anyway, I just, you have an internal compass. You know what feels right for you. You know what feels good for you, right? So stop ignoring that. Don't ignore what you know sits right with you because you don't want to disappoint people. If you pray for a job to sell cars and you're praying for that job and you're asking people to help you find the job and you want the job desperately to sell cars and you finally get the job to sell cars and 2 months in, 2 days in, I don't give a shit, you realize, oh my God, I thought I wanted to sell cars, but y'all, I do not want to sell cars. This is not for me. You don't sell cars one day more when you realize it does not sit well with your spirit. I don't care if your own mother is like, do you know how hard I worked to get you that job? You go, you know what? And I appreciate you. But I thought it was for me, and it isn't. It just doesn't work for me. And anyone who's got a problem with that, they'll be fine. I promise you they will be fine. All right, I'm going to take a shower. I'm disgusting. And I have to go to Disney. I love you so much today. You should share this video because there are people who need to hear it. Tag your friends, share the video, let people know. I love you so much today. Have a great, great day.